Hello, and welcome to the SaturdayMP show, episode number 33, being recorded mostly live, February 13th, 2024. This is a show about shipping secure, high-quality software faster. We do that through answering your questions, some live coding exercises, and just also some scripted examples, and just anything else we can think of that kind of gives you an idea of how a software developer finds issues in codes and fixes them, and how they go about their day of working. So I'm your host, Chris, and I've been a software developer for 20 some odd years, and last 15 or so been running Saturday Morning Productions, which is just my one-person software consulting company. So you go check that out. Before we get too far, I guess if you do have any questions you want to ask, send me an email to ask@saturdaymp.com, or you can also leave comments. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can leave comments down below, and I will read those comments and try to answer your question in a future video or anything else you want to discuss. The other thing is, if you like these videos, please help others find out about them by sharing, clicking the share button, clicking the like button, subscribing, all the nice things. Just let others know, because hitting all those buttons just lets other people find out about it. So, and the other way you can do, if you feel like it, and if you are able to, we would love some financial sponsorship if you like these videos. You can do that by going to github.com/SaturdayMP and clicking the sponsor button. And from there, you can enter a monthly amount, one-time amount, kind of whatever works best for you. And you can select from predefined amounts, or just enter your own whatever in here. That would be very much appreciated if you like these videos. And if you have another way you'd like to support the show, just let me know, either financially or non-financially, like if you want to use Patreon or something like that, or if you have some other ideas for ways to support the show or volunteer, that would be great. All right, that's enough with the boring old ad stuff. All right, so today we're going to, this is part 5 of the series, where we're updating the Saturday Morning Productions website from Rails 6.1 to 7.0. If you watched the last video, you saw that was where we removed Webpacker and switched from Rails from using Webpack to using what the heck's it called again? Import maps. So we did that upgrade, and that went pretty well. At least in the development environment, everything was working. So just before I ended the last video, everything in the development environment appeared to be working after we had removed everything. But my guess was that the continuous integration would fail for some reason, or there would be a problem in staging. And it turns out I was right. If I go take a look at inside of our CI environment here, basically, one of the things I didn't do in the last video was, as removing things, I didn't rebuild the Docker container, but the continuous integration process will. And as you can see here, it's complaining because when I removed Webpack, I didn't need yarn or anything. So now building the Docker container that I use for both development and production to run the Saturday Morning Productions website is complaining about it's missing the yarn.log file. There's probably a couple other things that we'll find out that's missing. So this video is going to be going through just to double check an environment if there's anything else I need to remove and or update to completely remove Webpack and make sure that import maps is working correctly, and to just get the CI building. So if everything goes well, I have about an hour for this video before I have to end it, which is usually a good time too, I think. Sometimes I really trying hard to prevent these videos from going too long, and because when they go long, it tends to be me not talking. I just get in the zone, like I'm working without any commentary. I guess it's something. If people would like to see a video of me working without commentary, I wonder if that would be interesting or not. Maybe I'd overlay some commentary on top of it, but probably would work a lot faster. I think talking slows me down. And thinking about what to say. Programming and talking at the same time is hard work. So that's basically what we're going to do today. For those that don't know, the Saturday Morning Productions website is just this basic website. We're adding kind of more features to it. Me and another fellow neighbor who's helping me out, a high school kid. It doesn't do a lot. It just kind of, advertises about the consulting that I do. The fanciest thing it does, this used to be an email. Clicking this used to open up an email form, but we got rid of that because it was just getting filled with spam. So if you do want to contact me too, you could use a Calendly link. It uses Calendly, which has been a lot. It's been better. It hasn't been a huge increase or anything, but it's been better. So I think I'll stick with it. But yeah, again, it doesn't do too much. The blog is on its own WordPress site. All these links take you to other places. So this is a pretty easy website to update. But that said, it's still taken me, what is this, part 5? Each one's about an hour. So, 5 to 7 hours to actually do the update. And I guess it's not including some of the time I spent off camera. Like yesterday, I spent a bunch of time not actually implementing the update, but researching how to switch from Webpack to import maps and just reading and learning about import maps. I did want to put that in the video because it took a couple hours, and I think that would be kind of boring. It would be a video of me watching other people's videos and just reading documentation. So, all right, so that's what we're going to do. So this is the first thing we got going on here. And I guess just a heads up, because the person who helped me with the website is a high school student. I don't want their name or anything to show up, so you might see some black boxes, especially in this on GitLab here in the CI and the jobs and stuff like that. So if you see that, that's why that's there. All right. So yeah, this is what we did last time. So this is all done. This is what I'm supposed to do today. And the CI did fail. So let's fix that first. So let's go look at our close to the right. Let's go look at our Docker container, or sorry, our Docker file, and see what because now we can remove. I think I talked about this a little bit last time. Now we can remove all the yarn stuff. So Rails stuff I have to keep. For those that are curious about this Docker file too, in previous videos, I think probably the first video, I went over more detail about how this works. But if you have any questions about how I set this up, let me know. I'd love to answer them. Right, see here. So there's no yarn in passenger. So we could get rid of the yarn here. We still need to keep this Apache's utility because we do environment substitution. That was in a previous video where we set the password for the staging environment. We set up HTTP basic auth. And just the way I deploy this application to, what's it called, render hosting, just the way that worked, I had to use environment substitution to get that to work. So, but yeah, you could, if I remember, I'll put the videos and links below. If not, you can just search them. There's only 30 videos so far. You should be able to find it. Because I think that was a 2 or 3 part series adding HTTP basic auth to my website. So. So I could get rid of that. So maybe let's just do that now. npm install global yarn. Okay, so and then I need to do the apt update. And so that can stay. Oh, I guess, sorry, the first thing I should do, I saw that error. I should actually duplicate it in development. It's something I tend to forget to do sometimes. So 2 things, I forget that sometimes. The other thing I'm really bad for is not adding logging, especially for small projects like this. So I'm trying to get better at it. I tend to do it with larger projects and with client. Yeah, there, I was able to duplicate there. But yeah, for my own stuff, especially small stuff like this, I'm really bad for adding like logging. So something I got to work on. You think 20 years, I think I'd be better at this, but I think the other thing that hinders me maybe this is it's going to sound like a little bit of humble brag, but the other thing that kind of hinders me sometimes is that I'm usually pretty good at figuring out what's going on, especially with a small project that I've worked on. But just looking at other projects, like just knowing the error, like you just have the experience. You could just guess. You don't need to check out the log files or anything. You could probably just know and duplicate it in staging or production, or just fix it, or duplicate it in staging or development and then fix it. So it's one of those things. It's almost like teaching. You know, if you get really good at something, sometimes that makes you a worse teacher, which is actually something I noticed when I was in university. They let me be a TA. Well, they let a lot of us be TAs during the computing science program back in the late 90s when I was at university. Just because they didn't have enough graduate TAs, I think. I don't know if that's still the case now, but they let myself and a bunch of my friends be teaching assistants in our second year. And I think I was probably a better teacher in my first year than my fourth year, just because, by the fourth year, I just assumed people knew stuff. And then I would forget when I was TAing like a 101 lab, being a teaching assistant in a 101 lab, helping people with their lab assignments. I would forget to, I would forget that there's like basic stuff that I just come to just assume everyone knew, but they didn't know that. So, all right. So now is where it's getting talking and programming is getting hard. Okay, so we can get rid of all this yarn stuff. So this is kind of the nice thing about using this. What the heck's it called again? Import maps. It's really nice to get rid of all yarn. Webpack I always found kind of confusing. I was never a Node developer, so I always did find it somewhat confusing using Webpack, and it was just maybe people that come from a Node or more JavaScript background would know more, but for me I struggled with it, so I'm happy to get rid of it. And the less pieces you have, the less moving parts you have, the better. Why do I have this error here, Docker? What was it? Git enabled. Maybe I'll close this terminal and reopen it and see if that makes this this problem go away. Create a new terminal. Okay. Well, we'll see. Maybe I have a process running in the background in this terminal that I didn't kill properly from last time. No, I restarted the machine. Okay. All right. Well, let this build. So this is looking better. It's doing all the things. So this is only the development build. So I think I'll just fix this, and then I'll commit it to and let the CI do the staging build, and we'll see if that generates any errors. If it doesn't, then maybe we're done. Maybe this is the shortest video ever. Okay, so that's all good. Oh, one thing I did forget. I did forget to add the GitLab key or whatever here. Oh, well, darn it. Okay, so that's what we cleaned up. Removed yarn from Docker file. Sure. So let's commit that. And then I actually have to go, because this has the GitLab key set up correctly. So, all right. So now we can go to jobs. And there's the one there. All right, so that'll take a couple minutes. So maybe while that's running, let's just go through, and I think there's a couple other things I need to clean up. So I'd like to add REM. Just kind of reminds me to remove what I need to remove. I started using this because if I use to do or fix or whatever, like some of the more common ones, they were already found, like people had already used those ones, so I couldn't find just my changes. So this lets me do this. Now, should I use, I guess I probably should just use a single quote, because this is SCS or whatever. This is, yeah, SCS file. I want to match the whole word to. All right, so I already, oh, okay, the Docker entry point, I already got rid of the yarn bundle. And then the gem file. Okay. So I don't need turbolinks, I don't need that. Bundle Rails. New. Sure. Use Bootstrap 5 for the front end. Well, you don't have to put 5 in there, I guess. We can just put that. Okay, and then everything else can stay. Oh, and then one other thing now that I'm thinking about it that we can get rid of is Docker Compose. We do have a volume that would store the node packages. I don't need that. The node modules, there we are. We don't need this anymore. So it's kind of nice to be able to clean all this up. I am kind of curious where import maps, like that gem, we pull that gem for Bootstrap. Where does it put all the Bootstrap stuff? I should probably look that up. Okay, so this was just for caching, so I don't need this anymore either. I just need to back up the gems. So node modules. And then I can do the same for the restore. Don't need that. Don't need that. And then last but not least, I don't need this. So yeah, that's kind of cool that I was able to clean that up as well. So okay, let's go take a look. It's still installing. Yeah. Okay, so maybe let's do this in 2 separate commits. So let's just get rid of all the, this one. Nope, this guy. Remove some comment in the code. Commit that. And then this one is remove node from Docker Compose. Just config, I guess. Okay. There we go. Done. Okay, so everything built. That's a good sign. Now it's running the tests. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, cool. So it failed on the linter. Okay, so a couple other things I should run. I guess I should run all the things, not build. Run web bash. I need the dash. For those that use Docker for the Rails application, I'm using Passenger, and Passenger, you have to, I can't remember what the -L, it like sets up the login scripts or something. So this is the Passenger Docker image needs that. Otherwise, it'll have trouble finding the Rails command and stuff like that. So actually, do you know what I should do? I got rid of all the volumes, so let's do is it dash volumes or dash dash? Dash dash, okay. That should hopefully get rid of all the volumes, and we can check that. Oh, why is it all orange? Oh, maybe. Oh yeah, right. Maybe this is what it's complaining about. Oh, there's an update. Okay, let's just quit. I don't know why sometimes it freaks out like that. So, and then we'll just start Docker again. Whoa, where's my? Oh, there we go. Docker desktop. Try this the second time. This is the all room. It looks like I removed it. I just wanted to double check here. Okay, so if we go look at the volumes, we have. What we do with the website node modules is still here. Oh, because when I dropped it, it wasn't there already. But anyway, it wasn't in the Docker Compose file. So anyway, it's gone now. I think I could get rid of. Yeah, let's just drop everything. So no, Docker system. No, Docker. Let's stop everything. We'll just do everything from scratch. It takes a couple minutes, but prune all. Get rid of all the volumes too. Just make sure everything works in our development environment. Oh, yeah, there's a couple. So, yeah, you probably don't want, if you have a lot of Docker containers you don't want to clean up, don't do this. I usually create, this is I'm actually, my host machine is a Windows machine, and then I'm working in a Ubuntu VM virtual machine. And this is only for my personal projects, this virtual machine. I create a virtual machine per client. Even though I use Docker, it just makes my life easier to be able to clean up, just to have any data or anything just for that client all in one spot. And like worst case, if I need to get rid of it all, I can just delete that. You know, when you're done a contract, you need to get rid of all the data from a client. You can just delete that virtual image. It's all gone. I have to try and clean it up individually. And it just keeps everything nice and isolated per client. I can install certain versions of Ubuntu or Windows VM for whatever environment I need to work in. Because before I start yakking, I should. Oh, I just want to build a web. Yeah, so that's why I like to do it. But if you're on your own machine, you might not want to do that system prune command because it's gonna kill everything. And especially if it takes you a while to re-download your Docker images or something. Luckily, I got a pretty good internet connection, so it's not horrible for being way up in Edmonton, Alberta. Okay, so that's gonna do its thing. Everything's all cleaned up. Oh yeah, and then once that's built, we'll run the what issues did the linter complain about? Oh, I probably should be delimited by and. I don't know what that means. Oh, don't use spaces. That I can definitely fix. Do not use spaces. Okay. So we can fix those pretty. I think standard would also let me automatically fix them. Oh, the other thing we were going to do too, I should put that into. Anything else we can remove? Update Bootstrap to latest version, which I think is 5.3 something. Because last video too, we were getting a couple warnings with the Bootstrap SCSS files. I can't remember the exact warning, but it was like something about some feature of SCSS compiling was going to be changed. So, okay, so doing the thing. Update, install. Yeah, so it's gone pretty well. So maybe in probably take a break from the website, well, at least from videos. I don't know, maybe I'll do it offline, but I got to upgrade it to Rails 7.1 and what gem? I think we're on Ruby 3 now. Whoops. Yeah, we're on 3. So probably update this to 3.1 because I think 3.2 is coming up. Anyway, just trying to stay on the Rails update treadmill. Oh, it's a lot of work. Yeah, Bootstrap. So what's the latest? I might as well check for that. Bootstrap. I guess we can just go to the website. 5.3 something. Okay. Oh, 5.3.2. I wonder what the changes were. I guess we can look. I don't use too many of the complicated Bootstrap. Upgrade to 5.3. All right. So they have dark mode. I guess I could look at enabling that. I did a. I'm also a host on the weekly dev chat, which you should check out. You can come hang out with us every Tuesday at noon Mountain time. We just do a virtual chat about something. A couple chats ago. Oh yeah, they got the dark theme up there. We were really discussing Visual Studio Code. And I prefer, as you can all tell, with the light themes, and some people freaked out. I wonder if my videos would be more popular if I switched to a dark theme. Enabling dark mode. Refresh color palettes. It doesn't look like they broke anything, so. All right, cool. That's built. So I wonder if it would be pretty cool if there's a way in YouTube that you could switch to dark mode if you're watching this video, and you just really don't like the light background. I guess you could just turn the brightness of your monitor down or something. I did use dark mode for a bit. I guess I grew up on light mode because that was the only option. And then I did use dark mode for a bit because I'm kind of a default guy. So a lot of the editors started switching to default dark mode and a lot of people are using it. But I don't think I was used to it. And the other one is my eye, especially my left eye, is pretty bad. I've had some surgery and stuff on it. And so I think that's one of the reasons why I don't like it as much. But the nice thing, teach their own, I guess so. Yeah, but it would be nice if there's a way. I should record these videos twice, and one in light mode and one in dark mode. Oh yeah, I wonder if there's probably a way to I wonder if YouTube has a watches video in dark mode option. Okay, so this is all going good. It's probably good too. We run bundle clean just to make sure we don't have old gems lying around, but this would be a good test just to make sure too. So I wonder if there's something I'll have to change. Like if this pre-compiling assets, I'm assuming that Dart CSS or SCSS takes over. But I'm not 100% sure. So. All right, yeah, I don't think there's anything else for me to remove here. So, all right, hurry up, install Tapioca. All right, cool. So let's just do our usual Rails test. Guess I should probably put an old batch file or something to run this out. Oh no! I do need to create the database. DB create is probably what I'm missing. Yeah. which ironically I don't use the database. So maybe that'll be a future video where I remove. Well, what'll probably end up happening is I don't use the database right now. I just left it because I was too lazy. But I actually have to pay a hosting fee to have like an empty database, so I got to remove that. It's only like $10 a month or something, but so it hasn't been a huge priority to remove it, but I'll probably remove it. And then, like I said, we're slowly adding new pages to this website and new features. So I'm curious. We might end up probably remove it, and then like the next commit we'll be re-adding it. But I have to figure out in Rails how to actually not use the database. Okay, there we go. It's just like it's Rails test. I guess I always think it's like tests. I always want to put the S on the end there. All right, so let's see if these all pass, and then we'll. Again, there's not a lot of tests. It's mostly just making sure the controllers work, because most of it's just rendering. Like a lot of the testing is just making sure it looks nice. You know, the only system test is the one that brings up Calendly. We basically just test. Oh yeah, so here's the warnings that we get with the. But if I look, they're inside Bootstrap. So yeah, it's inside Bootstrap, I think. So I'm hopefully when I update it, those errors will go away. All right, so we should get a couple errors here. I think we could just automatically fix them too. How do I fix them with standard? I forget now. Oh, -- fix. Okay. I don't think I have an ignore. Where's .stat? Yeah, I don't have an ignore for the standard. Okay. All right, so the 4 offenses were corrected. We could go take a look at what they were. Oh, change it to right. So one thing I do a lot of Rails videos, but I'm actually really a generalist when it comes to programming language. I know quite a few of them, but I never know the exact. I don't deep dive into any of them. Just depends on what the clients or what I end up working with. In the last couple of years, there's been a lot of Rails, but I still don't know why this would be a recommended %W loader. I guess, sure, why not? I'm sure there's a good reason for it, but I really like linters because they'll point out language features that I might not know. Okay, I got rid of an empty line. Oh, then I got rid of the empty spaces or whatever. So cool. So that's all good. So this was fixed linting errors. Oh, we gotta add these changes there. And then we'll run sorbet for the type checking, but not much change. No errors. Great job. Okay, and then we can push this, and hopefully that the build will now work. Let's go take a look here. So if we go back to jobs, we should get a new one that just kicked off. Yeah, there we go. Again, this will take a couple minutes. I've said this before in previous videos, but having even this simple website, having this whole process that kicks off jobs, and this will actually do a staging release inside of render for us is a fantastic. It's super awesome. Like it saves me having to manually deploy and remember stuff. I'm a big fan of it, especially now that I have that high school student working on stuff. It's great because it will catch my errors and also their errors as well. So. Okay, so that's done. So let's just do a quick manual test of the website. Just make sure I didn't break anything here. We have to update a passenger here too. This is a vulnerability. I think I looked at this a couple of videos ago, but it requires a lot to actually exploit. So I'm not too worried about it. So this is kind of nice. Everything's cached, so the build should be a bit faster. So we'll see. All right, so that's production. So let's just, so we don't get confused. I've done that before, especially where you're like, I made changes to the website. Like, why don't they show up? And it's because you're looking at production or staging. All right, so the first time, I was kind of wondering if after making all these changes, the first time I ran it, it would be a little faster, but for some reason it's not. So I have no idea what gets cached there, but all right, so everything looks like it displays okay still. Right, like these all look good. Develop it as a weekly dev chat if you ever wanted to come hang out. Right, so that all looks fine. These squares look a little different. I think they're the same. Maybe I will check. Oh yeah, no, they're pretty much the same. Oh yeah, okay. Still have to clean that up a bit. I got some work to do on this website. It's getting a little outdated, and I'm not the best graphic designer. So I had someone help me lay out this website like this. But now when I got to tweak it myself, it's always tough. And then I'm not very good at making like these images. The person who did all the work for me and supplied me with all these images, and if I have to edit the image, it's so painful. Okay, cool. So it looks pretty good. Let's see. Oh, we still... Okay, well, it seems... It's going along. I have to double check if that caching of the gems is working too. I think, yeah, I set that up a while ago, but maybe something changed because we're rebuilding all these gems all the time. It's not finding that volume. Everything in there. So, yeah, the other thing I've been doing is playing around with. So, what do these call this? Bard, Google Bard, but it's Gemini. It's now available in Canada because even Google Bard was available in Canada. So I've been playing around with Gemini and the Chat GPT. Oh, for some reason, there, switched to 4. Yeah, I don't know. So far, they seem pretty similar. The only thing I've noticed is Gemini seems a lot faster. Like when it responds, it gives responses a lot quicker. And the other thing Gemini does sometimes, which is really nice, is it actually gives links to the websites, like where it got its source from, which is something I've wanted ChatGPT to do for a while. So when it starts spitting out, like wherever it got its information, it would be nice to like, here's some sources, like here's the link to the documentation or the Stack Overflow question, because I'm usually asking software development questions. So, all right, like you can see, I'm trying to figure out how to compile using the Visual Studio Dev environment in GitHub Actions. Oh yeah, there. So this is, I asked this when I was doing my research the other day. So this is how Gemini answered. Use code with caution, yeah. So, yeah, I wonder what this... Oh, that's interesting. I didn't notice this before. It's got slightly different drafts. Yeah, so he puts the resources in there, which is nice. Huh. Yeah, they're all kind of the same, but slightly different. That's really interesting. Yeah, I didn't notice that last time. Cool. Okay. How's the building going? Oh, we failed for some reason. So we're trying to run the normal tests. Application CSS was not declared pre-piled in production. Link. Oh, okay. Okay, so let's go. Let's stop this. How can I duplicate this? I need to build this as production. So, what do I need? I need the passenger app environment. Oh, I guess I could just try compiling. Oh yeah, let's go take a look at what the compile. So the gems, blah, blah, blah. Where would it have compiled? Oh, I have a bug in my... Oh, let's take a look at that first. So I go like a Docker compose. Oh yeah, look, there's a double quote there that doesn't do anything. Let's see if I can make this. There we go. Oh yeah, look at this. It's one big long. Oh, okay. Oh, well, people on the internet were probably yelling when they saw me delete that, so. Okay, let's fix that. So I need this. Right? Boom. And, oh yeah, I ran the two. Okay. Got a little ambitious with my deleting of stuff there. So remove. I need a, oops. Oh, looks like just that. Okay, so that's fixed. The other thing we're looking for is the pre-compile command. So it doesn't look like it spit out any errors for the pre-compile. So let's try. Oops. Let's try pre-compiling in production here. So Rails. Not sure. Let's just put in development. Rails. What's the command? Is it just Rails assets pre-compile? So I thought I was supposed to remove everything from the... Oh, it's a node modules folder. That's fine. Well, it looked like that worked. But it didn't find it, so the precompile worked, but then it was here. So that should have created, if I remember correctly, down here. Oh, I don't need these packs anymore. These can go away. That's from Webpacker. There we go. Right, so there's all the assets for development. Okay. Now, if I run this application, we should be able to get the same error here, I think, because it'll use the, it should try to use the same one, so. Oh no. I thought it would try to use these assets because they exist. Interesting. What am I missing? Why isn't it using those? So config, environments, there. Enable by default, caching is disabled. It's great for development. Express logger for assets requests. Eager load. If we look at production, is there something about oh yeah, do not flow back to the asset pipeline. This is what I think I need to put in development. Do I have anything about assets in this file? Let's see. Alright, quiet, okay. So I think I need to stop and restart, unfortunately. Now let's see. Hopefully we'll get that error. Oh, we don't. Put this to false. That's a bummer. I can't get that error now. Okay, what else do we do in Docker file? So, yeah, we just precompile them. Maybe it has to be production. So, well, let's put it in production and see what happens. First of all, let's go here. And let's just get rid of these assets. So I should have Docker compose up. What I'll need to do. Yeah, Docker compose up. How do I pass environment variables into Docker compose? Environment. Oh, well, let's try Gemini here. The other reason I might stick with Gemini is because I think it's free or included with my Google account. I have no idea. Or ChatGPT, the Pro cost me, what, $20 US or something a month? How do I pass environment variables to Docker compose up? Let's see. Oh, yeah, I guess I should probably start using the env file. There should be a command line. Oh, like there's no command line way. Okay. Thought there was one. So this is where Gemini might be lying to me. Or telling me some incorrect information. So let's just go here. Docker compose. Sure, just put it at the end for now. Oops. Then I would need messenger app environment. And this is just going to be production. Oh, this is, yeah, this will fail because none of them are compiled in here. I don't think. Right, this should freak out that none of the, yeah. So I need to I think this will work. Rails assets precompile pile. Is it asset or assets? Consistent. I read the S's at the end. Oh, assets. Yeah. Okay. Oh, well, there you go. So if we go look under assets, there we are. There's everything. All right, let's see. Oh, again, it works. What the heck? Okay, that's super annoying. Was not declared to be precompiled in production. I might try. So this is the test to create the database schema. Asset application.css. Maybe it only errors out in the test for some reason. Huh. What happens if we... echo rails env. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's oh, you're not reading this thing. Why are you not reading that thing? Why are you not? Passenger app env. Did I do this wrong? Production. Oh, that one's oh, I see what the problem is. Because we don't have arguments here. guess I could just put, it's probably the better way to do it anyway. That way we only set the one environment and it sets everything. I have to rebuild everything if I do that, so I don't want to do that right now. Let's just, for now, let's just set the Rails. Oops. No. There we go. And if we do echo Rails env, okay, great. Now if we run Rails test, see if we get that same error. No, we don't. That's interesting. Was it the? It wasn't the system test either. It was just a test. Huh. What changes do we have? Oh, that's really interesting. Huh, everything seems to work. Okay, so I don't know. I guess I can't duplicate this. So if you know why I can't duplicate it, please let me know. But for now, so I guess I got two options. So I could do what it says to do in this. I also have the initializers assets. Application.css exists, is already done. Like it's kind of telling me exactly what I should do. So maybe I should just do this fix. Oh, we'll take it. Sure, let's see. How do I fix what causes the below error? Let's double check. Oh, we're getting up to an hour here. I'm gonna have to log off here soon. Okay. Let's check Rails import maps. Does this have any suggestions about why? Or the other one is Rails Dart. I think that's the one I'm using. Yeah, Dart Sass Rails, I think. The installer will create, this is where you should import all the style sheets. Oh, do I have to run Dart Sass build? If any Sass files reference the Sprocket's manifest file, Sprockets will try to build the Sass files and fail. Okay, so what's my exact error? Configuring build options. I thought this would just hook into assets precompile. If you need to configure the build process, oh, interesting. So let's see. Oops. Dart Sass build versus assets precompile. Dart Sass compiles SCS files to CSS and puts it in the build folder, and Sprockets uses it. Oh, okay. Did it put anything in this build folder? I just have this application. Oh, maybe that's what I need to do. So if we go here, yeah, what's the difference between these two? Assets precompile. Use Sass. To better errors. Between both. To Dart Sass. It cost me some time. Import. Upgraded from Rails. Replace it with prop shaft. My app says sprockets over. Default in Rails 7 is not to bundle JS files at all. The asset pipeline only minifies zips and fingerprints of files. Well, let's try. So what was that command? The Dart, oops, wrong one. Rails Dart Sass build. Sure, let's try this. Paste. Alright, I'm gonna have to go here pretty soon now. Did that do anything? Yeah, it's fine. Let's get rid of that. I think we get the same file. That's my guess. Oh, maybe because this doesn't exist. I have to do this first. Oh, okay. So if I get rid of this, and then I do Rails assets precompile. Maybe because this file exists in my local. Oh, no, it created it. Well, that goes out the window. Bunch of deprecation warnings. Oh yeah, there. I wrote that out. On Rails test. It's still gonna work, I'm assuming. Huh. What's the other thing we do if we're in production? I configure the master key. Oh, we install everything without development and test. Maybe that's why. Okay, so options are do this fix, which I don't really like. I don't think that's the correct fix because this says to remove everything. So that's someone will compile by default. Configure build options. They could probably just stay the same. Dart Sass build includes application. Well, let's try one more time. See what's going on here. Oh, this is a known. If you're using Sprocket's pile to 4.0. We're at Sprockets 4. Break temp clear. This is what, February 2022? And the vendor. Let's try this. Maps. And in the SES file, import the images, style sheets. Style sheet link tag is not present. Oh, what is my, that's okay. What does it look like in examples? There's this Rails 7 template. I think I already copied this over though. What I had in here, app. Layouts. Oh, style sheet link tag application. Data turbo track reload. Oh, am I missing the data turbo track or something? Is that what? Turbo Rails? Don't think I'm using that at all. Okay. Okay, let's which one do we do? Do we add it to do we listen to what it's saying there, or do we add it to initializers? Precompiled application JS. Okay. Right, do I add application.scss like that? That's a real shame I can't duplicate it. Okay, so let's Okay, well, let's try that and see what happens. So let's commit this. Add an application.scss2 assets precompile. All right, let's see if this fixes it. If it doesn't, then we will have to probably just stop this video and oh yeah, I gotta cook some dinner here tonight, and then we'll have to try something else. Dang it! I was hoping this would be the last video. I guess it's going on to part 6. Yeah, Rails sure didn't make it easy to update from Webpack to import maps. Like, I can only imagine someone with a more complicated website, this would be a pretty major update. And probably causing lots of problems. Yeah. So I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have switched. Oh well. Let's see. Hopefully this build will be pretty quick. Hopefully everything's cached. Probably the gems didn't get cached, so I don't know why it doesn't use this cache, because this didn't change. Or maybe it was in the last successful build. That's how the cache works, so. Okay, install Ruby, all that stuff. Well, let's see if this works. And then let's discard these changes. Discard. If you know why I couldn't duplicate this in my development environment here, let me know. I'm curious. Oh yeah, let's get rid of all the public assets. You can go bye-bye. And then if I go builds, get rid of you. Oh, maybe that's how I duplicate it. Well, no, the assets would be built, but let's see. If I just do a Rails test, is it going to fill in that builds folder? Let's see. Oh, there we go. Oh, so it can't find it for some. Okay, so for some reason it can't find it. Why is that? Because I built everything. The pre-compile. So if I do Rails assets pre-compile. Let's just, so this should automatically put it. Yeah, there, it created it right there. So now if I run the test, it'll pass. Oh, okay, so that's why it's not showing up. So if I go look at that previous, well, okay, maybe it'll happen right here. Like all the assets should be compiled, right? It didn't use a cache for that. Yeah, so that's all compiled. Oh, no, same error. Okay, so is it because I'm running these tests? If I do Rails test, it should automatically put it into development or the test environment, you would think, but maybe it's not. Okay. So this, basically this doesn't exist. Okay, so I can undo before okay, I think I'm going to stop here because I'm out of time. But before I do that, let's go here. Okay, so just ran into problems in CI with assets precompiled. For some reason, tests fail because they can't find the CSS file. I think it's because the file is created, but oh, maybe it's deleted. Let me see. No, these were not run. Yeah, it's because I can't find it. Okay, I'll have to try and build this in production next time. Oh, am I still missing that closing quotation? Oops. Didn't I fix that? Oh, I thought I fixed that. What did I do? Oh, now I'm really confused. What is going on? Oh, because I had the env files in there. Okay, I'll have to fix that too. Okay. Fix using double quotes in Docker Compose cache services. Okay. Is not created or not found in the assets build folder. Can duplicate the error message in development by deleting. Alright, we might as well get a... So actually, this actually writes out a lot of stuff. This one... This didn't write out anything. Installing gems if needed. Oh yeah, because we're in develop. Okay, so something's going wrong because we're switching between this gets built for production. Oh no, it doesn't. This doesn't. This does get built for development. Sorry, this one does get built for development. It's only in render that it gets built for production. So this is still in development. Oh, because I have to at least run that. Oh, okay. I think I need to run that Dart. Oh, okay. Maybe I will. It's going real long. I think okay, now I understand why I need to run this. Yes, okay. So let's go to my GitLab. I don't think we need that. We just need web bundle exec. There. I think that's what we need. I think that fixes the problem. Oh, while I'm here, I might as well fix the Docker Compose. Dang it, I can't believe I deleted that. What did I need? I had like this SH. Yeah. Okay. Boom. Boom. Fix missing application.css error in CI. Also fix an error where caching of gems would fail due to typo in Docker Compose file. Okay. All right, now let's push this. All right. Hopefully this will do it. Oh yeah, I really gotta start cooking here. Okay. Okay, hopefully this will work, and then I can jump off. So even if it doesn't work, this has to be the end of it. Well, thank you everyone who's been watching this whole time. You're very patient. Hopefully you found it interesting. I don't know, I guess let me know if you've struggled. I'm sure everyone struggled with problems like this before, where you think a minor update. Again, this is a pretty simple website. It's taken me quite a while. So I imagine some poor people with, I wonder if Rails 6 to 7, this whole Webpack import maps will be kind of like Rails 2 to, or yeah, a lot of people are stuck on Rails 2. Sometimes 3 to 4 stopped a lot of people from updating. Like there's actually a company that does long-term Rails security updates for older versions of Rails and Ruby. I think it's called Rails LTS, right? Rails LTS. Yeah. So kind of gives you an idea of how hard it is to like do updates. So sometimes for Rails. All right, did we get that? Hopefully we didn't get that error. Yeah, I don't see it this time, so that's good. Or maybe it happens later. Yeah, like what are we on Rails? Yeah. We're on Rails 6, which is still supported. Rails 7. I'm trying to upgrade to Rails 7, so long-term support. What did I charge? Oh, I guess they're European. Almost $200 American per month. Huh, interesting. Oh, they even offer free Rails 2.3 support. Wow, good for them. Okay, come on. I want to end this video on a high note. It's an hour and a half. Oof. Again, thank you for being so patient. Hopefully you find these useful. I wonder if I should create like little shorts or little cuts of some of these videos sometimes, but again, I don't know. There's so many of those already on the internet. The only downside to these long videos too is well, this one I'll have to edit a little bit because I'll have to block out some things in GitLab here, but yeah, just editing them can be a pain in the butt. Although I tend to edit them at like 2 or 3 times speed. Just looking for spots where I gotta cover things up, or that's pretty much all I do. So, okay. All right, come on. You can do it. You can do it. Ah, there we go. Okay, perfect. Oh, yeah, okay, there. That looks good because we got all those warning errors. Perfect. Now I bet you it's going to work. All right, test. Yeah, all right, cool. Well, we figured that out. Okay, so I guess if I run into that problem, upgrading a client's website, I know how to fix it now, so that's good. All right, we'll just let this finish doing its thing, and then, yeah, so thank you everyone for watching. If you have any, I'll come back and take a look when that's done, but for now, let's just go. If you have any questions you want me to answer in a future video, put them in the comments below if you're watching on YouTube, or send an email to ask@SaturdayMP.com. You can also put constructive feedback in the comments or via email, but kind of nice constructive feedback, don't be mean and hateful. There's already enough of those people on the internet. We don't need any more of those. If you want to sponsor me, you can go to github.com/SaturdayMP.com, and then there's a sponsor button. You can donate some money there. And of course, just, if you found this useful, share it with other people. Like, subscribe, because it just helps other people find them and increases their chances of finding this video in the YouTube algorithms. So, yeah. So I think, yeah, job succeeded. Cool. So yeah, so thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. And we'll be back, I guess, with one more video just to see this. Hopefully that one will be a short one, just to see this actually go live and merge into the main branch. So thank you for watching. Have a good day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.